Anyway, fuck it. Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Kelly Sparks, aka Redbeard, back again with Wesley. And so we're going to do another scotch. And I have a heartfelt story behind the scotch. And at the end of this video, if you want to go watch the original review and video, I'm just going to warn you, it's pretty rough to watch. So
I don't know the backstory on any of this.
Okay.
Because I never watched the original, apparently.
So I'll go ahead and pour you this. Now this is Oban 18 year, and it came out, what year was it? Pretty sure it says it on the fucking bottle or somewhere. It's a limited edition. Hopefully the cork is, I open it about once a year. Oh, good, okay. Cork's still good. Give you a good pour. You may or may not like it.
Because you know I love scotch.
Yeah. So, in 2015, do you remember Michael Stanton?
Yeah.
Michael Stanton is my stepfather's nephew.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Stanton decided to take his life.
I don't think I even knew that.
Yeah, he passed away January 15th.
He used to be around Joe's house quite a bit when we were younger, too.
He lived 200 feet that way. Like the next house, or two houses.
From my house now?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where he grew up.
I didn't know that. So next door?
Not next door, but two houses there.
Okay. I didn't know that.
So, and that's a big reason why I wanted to do this video today, because it's actually January 13th, Saturday, but I'll be posting this on January 15th on the anniversary. It'll be the 9-year anniversary of his passing. And the reason why this bottle is so special is because the Thanksgiving prior, so it'd be Thanksgiving of 2014, we were at his mom's house, which is, you go back up Harley Ridge, from here, go over George Ritchie, and then that big subdivision that's on the left.
Yeah.
They live over there. Which they moved from this house, two houses down.
That, like where all the big houses are.
Yeah, they live over there. Like his stepdad's a dentist, so they got a big house. But anyway, he grew up here. This is where, two houses down, that's where Sam was living whenever him and my mom got together.
Really?
Yeah, he was
I did not know that.
Yeah, he was living with his sister, his
That's
older
crazy.
sister. Yeah. So I mean, like, whenever you told me where you lived, I'm like, where the fuck you live? Man, oh, okay. I was like, I know where that's at. Intimate knowledge of that area. So this is, he had just got into scotch, and him and his buddies he hung out with, would drink single malt scotches, whatever. And this was the last whiskey we talked about before he passed. So we talked about this January of 2014. So this whiskey was released prior to that. So I found this bottle at Harley's on the loop like 3 years ago maybe. And I'll do a remembrance video once a year. I try to.
Yeah.
But you may or may not like it. It's still a scotch, but I still wanted to share it with you because of what it means to me.
Oh yeah, I get that.
And the proximity to basically where he grew up.
Well, I remember Michael when we were younger. I mean, he was always over at Joe's house.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was a couple days a week probably.
At least, minimum. But
I mean, he was just there always.
Yeah. So I want to just
It
say,
smells good though.
well, it should be. I mean, it's an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
I think it's an 18-year-old Highland Scotch. But I want to say this was a 2014 release. I know it says it somewhere on the label, but I don't know. I can look it up. But anyway, I just want to say cheers to friends we lost and new relationships and remembering those who went before us. So beside all the sad stuff. What are your thoughts of the Scotch?
It's actually not horrible.
No.
No, it's pretty good. And I was doing so since my last reaction to your other Scotch.
Well,
I've been trying to do a little more research. I haven't really tried any yet, but I'm doing some research, which is abnormal for me also. But I guess, of course, in Scotland, it varies on, from what I understand, where it's made. Even.
Oh,
so the
100%.
Highlands are a different style of Scotch
100%,
versus,
yeah.
I guess, was it the marsh areas or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
The lowlands.
They have the Highlands, the Lowlands.
It's kind of three regions.
Yeah, they have the Isla, or they call it the islands.
Yeah.
So they have the island style, they have Highlands, Lowlands, and they have Speyside. So I think there's four or five different
And just
regions.
kind of what from what I was reading, I was like, okay, what they're saying the profiles are. It's like, okay, I think the Highlands would probably be something that I would probably rather try.
Yeah.
It's going to be closer to what I would like to get
Yeah.
kind of going into it.
Now I think this is a Speyside. Since you said that, I believe Oban is a Speyside. Now, Speyside, no, it says Highland. It says West Highland single malt Scotch, which Speyside, it's the River Spey,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the side. All these distilleries are on the side of the River Spey, so
Okay.
that's where they get the name Speyside from.
Okay.
It's spelled Spey, but
But no, this is actually pretty, fairly enjoyable for me.
I feel like
For me, I mean,
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
you probably love it, but for me,
Yeah.
it's just now trying to kind of get in the Scotch.
Well, I
Like
feel
I
like-
could drink this again. Like this is, but once again, it's a limited edition.
yeah, you'll never well,
never see this again.
you won't ever see this specific.
But if I could find something close to this, I would be like, I'd be open to drinking.
I would
that.
say anything over probably 14 years.
But I've had some Oban before that my nephew, once again, pet peeve of mine, I loaned someone money. Instead of giving me my money back, they bring me a bottle of Scotch. They're like, here, I'm paying you back. I was like, no, you're not paying me back. You're bringing me something I don't want.
I didn't want that.
But he was trying to,
Yeah.
thought he was doing something good. And
Well, Oban makes a 14 year, and that's probably
And
what you
he
got.
brought me something, and I was like, I wasn't a fan of it. Like,
Yeah.
It just wasn't my thing. But
I feel you. Well, this one, so I think every year they do a distillers. I think this was.
it's kind of a distiller select kind of
Yeah.
thing.
I thought this was that, but this was just their limited edition offering.
This is, I mean, it smells fantastic.
Oh yeah, it kind of has like a. Is that? It might be grassy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a,
It's like fresh fruits and grass and.
I mean, it's almost like, kind of like a, when you cut the grass in the springtime and you come outside a couple hours later and you smell it,
Mhm.
it's kind of the smell you get along with a firewood, like, or a fire, not firewood, like just, you get a campfire.
Right.
I get kind of the combination of those two.
Yeah.
But it's like fresh cut grass, and that's what it smells like,
I mean,
which is a good smell to me. I mean, I like fresh cut grass.
Right. My biggest problem with most scotches is they're fairly low proofed. 43%. More often than not, a single malt scotch, a single malt scotch is going to be like 43% alcohol.
I mean, I guess the good thing is you can drink them for hours, not
Yeah.
smashed.
Oh, so,
Because unfortunately, what we drink half the time, we get hammered really fast.
I almost forgot, yeah, right? Oh yeah, I could kill this bottle in a few hours and still be coherent.
Yeah.
So, back to the original story. The day that I heard about his passing, I was at work. I was working at Stemco, the wheel seals. So I was working at Stemco, and I heard about his passing. Mom called me, or she texted me, and she said, I need you to call me, whatever. So I called her, and she told me about it, and I left there. I left work, because I told my boss, I'm like, hey, we just had a death in the family. I need to go. He was like, okay. So I left there, and I went to the Harleys by the hospital on 80. And they had one of these in there. And at the time, I want to say it was like $130 for an 18-year-old Scotch. $130 was cheap. This was also back in 2015.
Yeah.
So I bought that $130. I want to say it was like $134 out the door. Bought that bottle, went to my mom's house, and cracked it open. Ended up killing that whole bottle that afternoon, evening. Well, because I went to work I was working the evening shift, same shift I work now.
Yeah.
So I went in around 2, and I think I left work around 4:30 or 5. By 9 p.m., that bottle was empty.
Okay.
I was drunk, crying like a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
My sister was there at my current house that I live in. She was there, and I guess she was just trying to console me. And I was just upset about the whole situation. And at one point, I was drunk.
Well, y'all were pretty close. Y'all were close.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all were close in age also, right?
Yeah, he was
He wasn't much younger than
2
you.
to 3 years younger.
Yeah, not much.
Maybe 3 tops.
So y'all were always pretty close in age. And
Yeah. I mean, I was a senior in high school when he was a freshman.
Okay.
But I was a very young senior. I graduated high school at 17. So
Yeah.
we were probably only actually 3 years apart. But my sister was there, Cassie, and I was drunk. And then just out of nowhere, I was sitting on a fold-up metal chair. Out of nowhere, I stand up, grab that chair, fold it together, and started whooping the ever-loving shit out of the front end of my truck. Just angry, violent, because I couldn't answer the question. Just you didn't know why, and
Those things are tough.
yeah, and I couldn't figure it out. Oh, obviously, still don't figure it out, but I ended up like making like hash marks across the front end of my truck. But yeah, I did that all after drinking a.
I've been there on that one. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got my brother-in-law. Same thing. So I mean, of course, yeah, that's the twins I've got.
Mhm.
So of course they're actually my nieces.
Yeah.
Both the parents. I mean, Charlie killed himself, and
Mm.
then Nick turned around and drank herself to death after that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
it
rough.
sucks. Can't explain it,
No.
and you don't get answers, and that's the hard thing.
Yeah. I always try to think about why he might have done it, and it's just speculation. But I always try to remember everything that was good about him.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing we do with Charlie. I mean, Becky, even we both went through our phases of angry about it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something? All those things. But then at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You can't change any of that.
No.
So you just got to remember the good stuff.
Right.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it.
No, I can't either. And like I talked to us this, so like I'll post at the end of this video when you see the end screen. There will be another link to a video. If you want to go watch the original, I did by myself at my house. It's a pretty hard watch. Just warning you guys. There's a lot more crying because it was a few years after, but I killed that first bottle. And I had none of it left.
Couldn't find another one.
Couldn't find another one. Finally, I was like looking at the Harley's website, and I looked at the loop. I'm like, they still had 2 bottles. I'm like, where are these 2 bottles? Well, y'all need to fucking find them. I need to go back and see if they still have the other one, but somebody might have bought it. I should have bought both of them when I had the opportunity. But anyway, forgot what else I'm talking about. I don't know.
You're telling me the first video, go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Just hard watch. Couple
Yeah.
years after.
I mean, I think you see a lot more feelings.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and time heals a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's just part of it. I mean, you don't get as emotional.
I mean, it still sucks. I mean, we're
It does.
9 years past now. He passed in 2015, and now we're in 2024. So,
Yeah, I think we're 15 years on Charlie now, so.
And I mean, I've had 2 other friends to go that way.
Yeah, it's never a good thing. It sucks.
Yeah. Well, you remember Anthony Albanese?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
he died by suicide. That's how they like to say it. Died by suicide.
I remember. I think Matt Crooks did too.
Matt Crooks did, yeah. Because Gene was really close friends with him, and yeah, we talked about that before. But it's never an easy thing. And
No, it's not.
like I'm never mad at the person who did it. I mean, I'm mad at first, but when you think about it in the long run, like they were literally at their wits' end. They thought that was the best decision that they could make, and it's not. I don't see it as selfish. It's just they were at the end of their rope, and they felt like that was the best decision at that time. Now, was it? No, but we all make stupid decisions. Some you can't
Can't come back.
recorrect,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to hold it against him. Hopefully, if there is an afterlife, I mean, maybe I'll see him one day, maybe not. Who knows? But anyway, I just wanted to share this whiskey with you.
Well, it's good actually. I mean, I actually almost finished it and not made a face, so it's very good.
Right?
It's actually it's not like any other I've actually had. So
I think if you get into some older Highland whiskeys,
well, like I said, I was reading and I was like, okay, what they're talking about, the way they're making it, their profiles, they're talking about is probably closer to what I would like. So
I bet you would like. Have you had any Balvenie?
yeah.
I think you would like some of those. Now they are expensive. But
I mean, I've tried like some of the Macallans, some of that stuff. What's the other one? The Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
And it's like I wouldn't. I even had like the Johnny Walker Blue, which is supposed to be like some of the best stuff there is. And I was like, it just tasted horrible to me.
Well, there's one whiskey. So years ago, I'd say 2 years ago now, I did a whiskey advent calendar for the entire month of December. It was all Scotch. There's one. I'm gonna have to go back and find it, but it was like my number one pick. I'd never had it before, and it was a higher proofed Scotch. So like over 100 proof. But I don't think I can find it around here. I think I'm gonna have to go to Dallas and find it. If I can, if I see that bottle, I'll buy it.
We can go to Scotland.
Huh?
We can just go to Scotland.
We can do that. I'm down for that.
I'd love to go. I would love to go to Scotland
Totally
just
down.
to go. I mean,
Totally down to go to Scotland.
I mean, I just want to take over a castle.
I'm sure you got some Scottish ancestry in you. You look like
yeah,
Robert Bruce.
It's German and Scottish is what my ancestry is. So. Oh shit!
I fucking leaving work the other day, and I was like, "Bye, guys," and everybody's like, "Bye." Stupid. Anyway, all right. I think that's gonna be it. I didn't cry too much. Just I held off the waterworks. But yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Yeah.
Here's to Michael.
There's the Michael. And everybody who went too soon. So.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. Like the video, subscribe, share with your friends. Don't forget, you should be seeing the link to that first video here. And I'm going to warn you again, it's a tough watch. Be ready. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Like always, drink some whiskey, share with your friends and family. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Take care. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
And I wrote edit.